So if you're catching this, I'm being joined by Mr. Azura with numbers and letters both before and after the Azura that I don't know how to say, who is our resident Arthur expert. I think that you could make a pretty serious argument for you being the best Arthur player, period. A lot of people are going to make noise about Gonzo, but Gonzo enters things with an inconsistent assortment of characters, and I think you play a lot of Arthur. So I'm going to say that you're the best Arthur, and Gonzo can hold that. Cool. So let's just get started. Can you tell us just a general overview about Arthur, about the things that make him unique and different from the rest of the cast?
Well, the standard stuff first is that he's just a small body boy with 9k health.
Okay.
But he does a level 3 non-cinematic hyper, which you can combo into your other level 3 if you have it.
Okay.
If my controller didn't disconnect. But
sorry, I was adjusting a thing. Yeah, so he's got a very long non-cinematic level 3, which enables you to get some. Not only does it do a huge amount of damage on hit, it's also really annoying with super tag, especially when you're cashing out of storm. Right.
And last thing that makes him unique, he's the only character that I am aware of that has special moves in the air that you can jump cancel to make safe.
Oh, you can jump cancel special? I didn't even know that. See, learning things already. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I moved a window and lost it. Yeah, so you can jump cancel specials in the air?
Yeah.
Nice. So you can do jump cancel gun loops. You're a Winter Soldier player. That's how that works. Cool. And then, yeah, so he's got all sorts of tech with jumping that I'm sure you'll get into later. I've caught like the edges of that. I have no idea what the actual details are. And he's got the armor thing. I know that different Arthur players use the armor very differently. Like Gonzo always tries to be an armor. Cappy Omega basically never does. Where are you on that spectrum?
It really depends on your team setup. If you are having the lockdown with Arthur and having someone else get in, you want to go in armor because you can just, when you set it up, errors are just too good.
Right.
And then you can do a hard blockable, just in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
But with Cappy Omega's team, you only really want to use armor when you're at the end of your rope.
That makes sense. Right, because his team doesn't build a lot of bar, and he likes the bar so that he can convert off of things.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you first.
Okay. Another good thing about armor, it has 1 to 20 frames of invincibility. So if you have someone teleporting above you and you're on the ground, you can just do that. But when you're in underwear, you do not receive that invincibility.
So when you're going from regular armor to level 1 armor, the cool armor, he has invincibility, but when you're going from underwear to regular state, he does not.
Correct.
Cool. And just to be clear, armor is his install super. I'm gonna guess it's down punches. No, it's down in kicks.
Yep.
Process of elimination. And he's got 3 levels. He starts the game off at sort of a normal state. You can spend a bar to go into armor state. For you can see the orange bar above my meter, and then when that wears off, he knocks himself down, and then he goes into underwear state.
Yeah.
And you're invincible when you're getting knocked down, right? It's not like you can get punished on hit, but you are knocked down. It does end your pressure, correct?
If you are getting comboed with a large HSD, basically, if you like are recovering in the air forward, you can get hit before getting knocked down. If you're not careful, you'll recover in the air. But normally, if you're just playing neutral and you're at super jump height or normal height, if it breaks, you'll go into full knockdown mode.
I see.
And combo after it.
That's actually really interesting, and I'm super tempted to play with that interaction, but I'm not going to get bogged down in that here. Okay. Do you have anything like super general stuff before we start talking about what makes Arthur unique?
Hmm?
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
I'm sorry. No, I couldn't hear you.
No, do you have any super general stuff that you'd like to go over before we sort of begin digging into what makes him unique and his playstyle?
Oh, any other things? Well, all his projectiles can be jabbed.
Right.
Like,
they can just be hit. It's not a jab. They're just, if I can figure out how to do a projectile. You can just punch them, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. And then because you're hitting them, can you Gatling out of punching them?
Gatling?
Yeah. Throw it at me.
If you're doing rapidly, try pressing light punch 2 more times after that.
Oh. Well, throw a projectile at me, though. I want to see something. Hang on. I want to answer my own question. So in this game, when you connect with a normal, you can chain it into another normal. And I was asking if connecting with one of Arthur's normals counts as connecting with your normal, so you can chain your normal into another normal, if that makes sense.
On the ground.
Not on the ground?
But in the air, like if you're jumping.
Okay. I feel like we're still... I'm saying that the enemy Arthur is throwing something at you. You punch it out of the air with a button. Can you then chain that button into another normal?
Yeah, like do 1 dagger.
Daggers are 2. That's a special. That's a special. The other one.
No.
Okay. Well, you okay, cool.
Or anything. You only can cancel into a special.
Okay. That is unfortunate, but I know. I'm just the worst at this.
His jab just doesn't hit the projectiles that well.
Huh.
So you use light kick or heavy kick.
Light kick. Oh, no, you can definitely chain. You can definitely chain. That was 100% a chain. See?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's. I mean, so with characters like with this, you could theoretically do like, oops, I'm never gonna. You could do stuff like that to cover space. It probably would be really good with Dorm because you can swat it out of the air with any button and then throw to either dark matter or flame carpet. Yeah, stuff like that. No, that's actually really cool. Okay, I apologize that it took so long for us to figure that out, but that's actually an interesting interaction. Also, all of his projectiles are reflectable, correct?
No, 3 of them are flexible and 3 of them are not.
Okay.
So we have the boomerang. You can't reflect it.
Well, it already comes back. It just comes back on its own. It doesn't need me to reflect it.
The axis breaks apart when on contact.
Okay.
And then we have the fire bottle.
Right. That would be so good if it was reflectable for the other person. I'm never gonna get to the right range here. All right. But the point is that those 3 aren't reflectable, whereas like the daggers and the
Yeah, the daggers are reflectable.
the lances are reflectable. Yeah. And that, wow, he just has a veritable cornucopia of medieval throwing implements, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now, when you go into golden armor, none of that's reflectable.
Okay. That sounds like it is a really, really big pressure upgrade, but they can still just punch you, right?
The biggest issue is punching you?
Well, no, they can still punch the projectiles.
Oh, no. In armor, you can't punch them anymore.
Oh. That is really cool. That... I can almost do something, but yeah.
Yeah, you can punch.
Well, that's hitbox. He's just really short. I'm sure that's just him really short. It looks like they gain a lot of additional projectile durability and armor, which I'm imagining that we'll get to in a second. Cool. So in terms of go ahead.
I'll go through it.
I was going to say in terms of playstyle, what I see Arthurs do generally is they just sort of fill the screen up with garbage, use that garbage to advance, get in, and then set stuff up for their partner. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's in the game plan. Yeah.
Okay. Does he have any other interesting facets to his game plan that I failed to summarize there?
Well, if depending on your stone, your game plan can change.
Yeah.
Like
you play Timestone sometimes, right?
I do not play Timestone, even though it's arguably his best stone.
Okay, so that's just a copy of Mega thing. I know you play Timestone with some teams, but I guess not Arthur.
Yeah, I play it with Dorm.
I'm nodding. You can't see me nod. Cool. So his game plan modifies based on stone. Uh, I'm gonna guess that with time stone, what you do is you fill the screen with garbage, and then you use time stone to go in really fast.
Actually, with Time Stone, you're using it mostly for Surge because his wake up options are kind of shit.
Right. Well, he technically has a DP, right? He's got that.
It's 7 frames.
Okay. Does it have any invincibility or any armor, anything at all?
No.
Okay. So it's just basically if the other person mistimed their media, it works, but otherwise it does nothing.
Yeah.
Cool.
You cancel, like if you're unsure if it's going to hit, like if you're blocking right now,
Mm-hmm.
you can always cancel in the armor and
Okay.
as just as if you're not sure if they're going to block or not. If they don't block it, you can confirm with Ultron. If you do block it, you get free pressure.
Cool.
For
Yeah, and you're putting a pretty big move with a decent amount of priority. You have you're player one, by the way, so you can like turn on stuff and change stones if you want to. Cool. So let's get back to the playstyle and the game plan. How does his game plan change when you have stones?
so with Soul, if you're running 2 9Ks, his level 3 is just amazing
Okay.
and great lockdown. And his golden armor actually also does a 10% damage reduction.
Oh.
So you can build another soul meter if he's full health and just use him completely as support. And you'll get another level 3 and another soul storm.
So
You're up to 3 soul storms if you're really efficient with it.
Right. You're saying that, and also because your game plan is just to fill the screen with garbage, that gives you more opportunities to regenerate red health, which probably really contributes to that. Cool. What about with like, I mean, we're sort of skipping ahead. Let's actually jump 1 second. Let's jump ahead a little bit. In terms of stone synergies, what unique things does he offer that other characters don't with certain stones?
I'm pretty sure your audience and you are aware of this, but with Mind Stone, if you ever do a restand with ice,
Uh-huh.
it'll go into the. It'll send you flying up. Like
Right.
this. But with a restand, you can. Oops.
Because you're not doing double mind stone, you're doing some sort of a restand in mind stone, so the game doesn't care. So you're allowed to get off another standing reset.
Yeah, you're allowed to restand them and get a reset with it.
Cool. That sounds super risky given how slow mind is, but that's really good. We talked about this before the stream, but Fire Bottle, if you hit them in a certain way, causes them to restand. Azura on his Twitter has pretty much every character in the game doing that with Arthur, and you can use that. And I'm the world's second biggest fan of restands. I just assume that there's 9 billion people. Somebody is a bigger fan than me, because especially in this game, it gives you the ability to set up garbage in such a way that your opponent can't deal with a mix other than to try to block it. And you can't block mixes in Marvel if the other person's doing something smart, basically. Is my philosophy. You're free to disagree with any of that. Cool. Go ahead.
Just wanting to go back to the game plan.
Sure.
Since we skipped to stones, depending on your matchup, your game plan is going to change completely. Like if you're fighting against Strange, that can just do spell, throw the book at you and just confirm off of it if you have someone like Strider.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to try to bait those out by just always keeping a jump out, so you can just
Right.
baiting.
Right, because you're in recovery until you jump, but once you jump cancel, you can block.
Yeah, even at 0 frames.
Cool. So that means that you can just, as long as you haven't jumped, you can just jump back to react to things like Gimlet and Book from full screen.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that's actually super good.
Yeah, it's amazing. And let's see, what else do I have written down here? We already went into the invincibility of armor,
Right.
but filling up the screen and chipping them and just keeping like 3/4 back is always what your game plan should be.
Cool.
And if you have time, when they get close to you, you want to surge away. And then with space, you can make them over jump you.
Right, and then hit him with whatever.
Yeah. And then power, they're going to want to hit you. You just throw it out.
Right. So one of the things that gets talked about occasionally in this game is that the Power Stone has a fixed hitbox regardless of the character you're playing. So Nemesis's Power Stone and Arthur's Power Stone have the same hitbox, which means that this Power Stone hits like in basically a small circle around me, which I'm gonna have a really hard time demonstrating. But Arthur is going to be really good at Power Stoning people below and behind him compared to a character like Nemesis.
Oh yeah.
Which makes it a very annoying get off me tool. It's obviously not invincible. It's unsafe on block at some ranges, and it's slower than like a jab, but it's still just such a good button, especially online, for making the other person think twice about approaching you.
Yep. And another thing with it, as you know, you can cancel power surge on the ground with any super.
Oh, right. So
You can make it safe at the end of your surge.
Right.
Or you can go into his level 1, which is also the only super I know that you can jump with.
Right.
And you can do ups or just time surge right across them.
This is me trying to figure out a level 1. The level 1, I imagine, is super unsafe if the other person just blocks and you don't tag, right?
Can you repeat that?
How unsafe is the level 1 if the other person blocks and you tag? And you don't tag and you don't tag?
Oh, if you don't tag, you can actually combo after the... If you got a hit, you can combo with more daggers from full screen.
Oh, cool. What about on block?
And if you distance it right, you can be safe, but up close, you will get punched.
So if I'm doing it after a surge, I would want to start jumping back.
Yeah, you want to jump back.
Okay. And then we hopefully get to a situation where you're safe. Anything else on Gameplan Playstyle?
Oh, no, we can go about Team Synergy now.
Sure. So we've been mentioning that Arthur's fundamental just sort of modus operandi is to fill the screen with garbage, and because he can advance. Whoa, that got a little weird. He can advance while throwing projectiles, which means the other person has to deal with the fact that there's active hitboxes coming at them in front of Arthur. So he's got a really good way to get in, and then he's got like long moves that advance that he can use to set up mix, and then a bunch of other stuff. And I'm sure you could demonstrate all of this much better than me. I can do one move with Arthur. What does he want from a teammate?
From a teammate, generally, Arthur wants a character with a higher health pool than him.
Okay.
Big buttons always help. Like with Capyamboga, he has Hagar, best button in the game with Lariat. And then the other thing you want is a character that can capitalize off both his lockdown. Oki said. Sorry, what was that?
You cut out a little bit. You want a character that can capitalize on his lockdown and Oki setups?
Yeah, and off his extending combos. So he can combo from full screen, and after 3 hits, you probably want to switch another character in, but he can also do it solo.
Okay. So basically, you want somebody that can take advantage of Arthur's ability to get in, and somebody who's a little bit better defensively than Arthur.
Yes.
Cool.
Also, that can extend combos.
Well, yeah, that's the more I think about it, the more it's like, oh, everybody in the game wants that. Like even Dante wants a part that can extend combos. Yeah, but I mean, the thing that you mentioned about confirming from full screen makes it seem like Arthur is more teammate dependent than most. Is that correct?
Yeah, he has some very bad partners. Outside of top 10, it can get really you'll become very picky.
Okay, so basically you would like to play him with either a very good character or a character that is very strong in one of the areas that we mentioned.
Yes.
Okay. And then in terms of things that he provides for teammates, he's got the level 3 super tag out of Storm cash out, which is just insane, right? Because most teams, when they're like, oh, he's blocking the box, can't be like, screw it, and just put 100 fireballs on the screen. He's got the level 1 fireball super, which is kind of okay on its own, but also is okay with super tag. It's not the best thing ever. He's got the ability to fill the screen with garbage while advancing, and he's an okay dump for meter for characters like Dante or Carol or Ultron, who build a lot of bar. Am I wrong about any of those, or is there anything that you would add?
No, that actually covers that perfectly.
Cool. And then the other thing that Azura would mention, that I'm not going to mention because I'm never going to use the word restand for the rest of this, is that the fact that he does have a restand means that in teams that take maximum advantage of restands, like Dante, some flight characters, etc., that can do just complete filth to characters who are on the ground and then leave them on the ground for another one, depending on how they block. He's got that going for him too. So eventually, some tech monster is going to come out of the woodwork and start playing Dante Arthur, and we're going to be like, wow, that's a really good team. But until that happens, you guys are all just going to think I'm crazy. We've been talking a little bit about stone synergies. Beyond the basic applications of stones, does he get anything different out of stones than other people do?
Well, for power, you won't be advancing guard that much, and he has very annoying
Yeah.
like projectiles, but when in golden armor mode, he can be a huge threat. With space, let me just switch really quick.
Right, so what you're saying is that when you are in Storm in power, their inability to push block makes him just 10 times more annoying than he normally would be.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because he can either, after the short hop, and if they try to advance, you can either do a a 2 heavy kick or
Marvel players do not understand numpad notation as much as I would like to use it. I'm not saying that you should or should not. I'm saying that you shouldn't apologize and then switch to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. But basically, you can go high or low, and if you want to fake them out, you can cancel.
Right, and also more than other characters in the box. So when I box people with my team, I'm super paranoid about them like just doing up back power stone. But Arthur, because his just fundamental mode of approach is just to put a bunch of garbage in front of him and then approach, he sort of covers that already. So he's got, he covers his own approach and box very well.
Yeah, especially in golden armor with the fireball toss or his golden axe.
Sure.
You can actually catch people up backing with his fire bottle, and it will put them into a hard knockdown, and you can combo off of it.
You want to show that real fast?
Sure.
I was going to say, you're the Arthur player. I might know how to do one of those moves.
All right, so let's see.
Oh, yeah. And I've already been knocked. Yep. And oh, wow. So you don't even need to do anything special. You can just keep chucking them, and that'll convert. That's dope.
And when they start blocking, you can do call in your partner and do a high-low.
Cool. Yeah, because it throws so much garbage out of the bottle. The bottle is garbage that you throw, but throws more garbage. It's the perfect character.
Yes. Bottle's full of garbage.
And then Time Stone, I'm sure he just has a bunch of stuff in Time Stone. We can talk about that if you want to, but I'm imagining that anybody who plays Time Stone is just going to be like, oh my gosh, you can cancel specials to other specials, and then figure it out.
Well, you already can do that in the air.
Oh, right, because you can just sort of wreck stuff.
Yeah.
While being completely unable to wreck stuff. I'm an Arthur player. Oh, yeah. You're just doing dagger. No, I got really excited. I thought you could do like dagger boomerang or something.
Oh, you can do... Oops. If you're fast enough, Cappy's really good at it, but...
part of it is that I don't know the input for that, but yeah.
Oh, so it's back quarter circle light.
Yeah. But no, so because you can jump cancel specials, you can jump cancel specials into specials.
Yeah. And The Rekkas actually, when you're in Time Storm, they can act finicky.
Right. No, that's every character with Rekkas.
Yeah.
No, Time Storm is just super, super, super dependent on everything. I imagine he's one of the. He's not necessarily a great Mind Stone character because Mind Stone is bad, but when he has Mind Stone, the fact that you can stay in Golden Armor and the fact that you can manual level 3 and then cash out level 3 in Mind Storm, I'm sure is very annoying.
Oh, yeah. Very annoying. And paired with some characters, as we know, install characters, you can still build meter, but like Dormammu, Stalking Flare, or Bionic Arm from Spencer, after they hit, you can still gain meter.
That's cool. And then with Reality, I am imagining that he probably isn't very good with Reality, honestly, just because his game plan is just fill the screen with garbage, and filling the screen with more garbage and filling the screen with garbage makes your garbage slightly more effective, but like the marginal change there must be very small compared to other characters.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, for stone preferences, I actually have them here in order.
Okay.
So the best is probably going to be space. Then you have time, then power, then soul,
Space,
then mind, then reality.
Space, time, power, soul, mind, reality. That's
It's very weird.
That is a very weird list, yeah. But you think time is so good because of its ability to get him away from people when they go in, correct?
Correct.
Huh, that's interesting. And then let me just real quick before we move away from team stuff. There aren't a lot of other characters that get as much out of Time Stone as he does. That means that you got to be, if you're playing time, you got to be really picky about your partner, yeah?
Yeah, you have to. Well, generally, if I switch to time with Ultron, you can make that work. And any character with a hard knockdown after, like, hypers for their combos, time. Cappy doesn't do this anymore, but if you know who Sarah is, she's a PlayStation player that doesn't play as much. She played, like, for 2 to 3 years with us. And at the end, you can do a cross-up. The flame will meet max hit stun, and then the flame will keep going and force them into block. And when you do that, it's a 50-50.
Max, Azura thinks that Arthur is really, really, really good in stone, but Azura thinks that Arthur is better in space and time, or in soul. Soul is super interesting for Arthur because Arthur takes less damage when he's in hyper armor, and because Arthur's game plan is sort of chip them to death, you get a colossal opportunity to get red health back. So it's not uncommon for Arthur players to get 2 souls, and they'll occasionally get 3, which means that somebody comes back 3 times, which is crazy annoying. But I think that Azura's thesis is that the other stones are better in neutral, and that winning neutral means that you don't have to worry about that garbage. Is that correct? Cool.
Correct.
Go ahead.
You should be using Soul. The Surge doesn't do that much for Arthur except breaking his own projectiles when he's in his normal mode. And can't really combo after unless you cancel into a hyper or you just tag and hit a person.
Well, that's normal. Like Dante Dorm doesn't tag off a soul or combo off a soul unless I tag. It's not like.
Oh, Dante and Dorm can't do that?
It's just a really laggy button. Like the soul, the surge is really slow, so it's actually difficult to combo into. You can do it, but you have to be canceling it from a normal with a lot of hit stun, and then no character, because it's a special, right? So basically nobody can combo off that solo unless they spend bar. If you have an install, you can often whip into install, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's another reason why Arthur players like time. On the ground, if someone is waiting to punish a time surge, you can cancel the ending lag of time surge into armor.
Right, and as you mentioned, armor, as long as you're not in underwear, armor has some amount of invincibility frames. So you go from an invincible teleport into an invincible install, and then you just DP them in the face and ask them what they're doing with their life.
Yep, basically.
Cool. Do you want to show that? You're the master of the controlling Chris time search. All right, I'm going to punish you with Power Stone. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Oh, just reset Surge and then install.
Yeah. Just computer had a pop up.
Oh, that sounds annoying.
Yeah. Very annoying.
Do you just like have all your work notifications on like max priority?
Job cancels my matches often, unfortunately.
I see. Yeah, that sounds
It's not fun.
I would either figure out a way to mute that or move that to my phone, but that's me.
Yeah. Sometimes I just have to do some stuff right off the bat, though.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for doing this again.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, so you're gonna time search. I'm gonna try to power stone you, and you're gonna invincibility through it. Yeah, no, that was a punish. I was trying to up back. The connection got a little bit wonky there, which made it difficult to convert. But the idea is that normally if you're just sitting there doing nothing, waiting for a guy to time surge, you can usually punish it as long as you're in a good connection. But with Arthur, if he's in base armor, he can spend a bar, be in a state that he wants to be in for a bar anyway, and make that literally impossible to punish if you're just not doing anything.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, I just we're in a match, not lab.
What's up?
We're not in the lab, unfortunately. I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, okay, I'll just let you kill me. So in terms of, just be Arthur, gosh, this is a thing that is completely useless. If you're killing a guy who's not here in a fighting game, do non-combos. The more you do a combo, the more you hit scaling, right? So you just want to reset it every hit, and you don't want to knock him down because that wastes time.
Yeah, with the lockdown, yeah, I don't know if this is going to kill you. I hope it doesn't.
It'll absolutely kill me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yep. But if you have a partner that's great at combos, at the end, if you haven't used your ground bounce with Arthur, tag crash, use the wall bounce, and then hit them back to the ground and throw out a boomerang. The boomerang will cover an Oki setup. And then you can jump cancel that and do a high-low if they roll forward, or you can add pressure by moving forward. And it's very easy to react to.
As the Arthur player, it's very easy to react to how they're rolling. As the Arthur player, it's very easy to react to how they're rolling, right?
Yeah, you can react to the rolling quite easily.
Cool. Okay. So let's talk about his neutral plan. You mentioned previously, and we've been sort of working off the assumption, that his sort of bevy of wreckable, jump cancelable, advancing projectiles that have no recovery mean that he wants to set up shop, essentially, from some range. Just put a bunch of garbage on the screen, and then adjust from there. So that means that if you don't have a bunch of garbage on the screen, I imagine that your preferred range is close to full screen, if not full screen. Is that correct?
Yeah, you want to be at full screen.
Okay.
And you're really wanting to do is chip your opponent to make mistakes, and you want them to super jump over you to try to not deal with this shit.
Right. And then when they do that, what's your go-to option? Just more garbage?
Yeah, more garbage, basically.
Okay, cool. Are there specific patterns of garbage that you'll use for different things?
Well,
go ahead.
So his boomerang is probably one of his more interesting and underlooked tools. Like if you go in the corner really quick.
Okay, so you want me to be over here?
No, I want you in the corner.
You want me in the corner? Okay.
Like just to show
Sure.
what it does. So if you block that.
Oh, right. It's like, yeah, it allows you to steal corner. It pulls me towards you.
Yeah, and when you're doing that in neutral, and when they're in the air, it really messes some players up.
Right.
And you can utilize that.
And you can use it to create all sorts of cross-up garbage with your partner.
Yeah. Cappy Omega actually has a video on the art of heavy kick, but he does display some tricks with boomerang in it.
Cool. Yeah, I will make extra sure when this goes on the YouTubes to put that in the comments. Okay, so your preferred range is full screen. You set up shop, you establish garbage. Once you've got the garbage on the screen and they're blocking the garbage, do you like to move forward solo? Or is your default game plan just to kind of continue to whittle down their self-control until they decide to walk into your garbage?
If you are very cautious, from a competitive standpoint, you want to whittle down their life. And if you have 2 or plus bars, you can lock them down with your hyper if you feel like that's necessary.
Okay.
But if you have life lead, just keep on pressuring them to make more mistakes.
Right. And then this is, how good is he at coming back from a situation where the other person has a life lead?
From a life lead, he's not that good, but you can... Golden armor should only be used really when you have lost neutral or you don't have life lead anymore, and that you're just trying to establish some health back. You want to fill up the screen with garbage, and then his axe is amazingly dumb.
Right. That's the process of elimination, right? Nope.
Oh, it's quarter circle backwards heavy kick.
Okay. Yep, the last one I tried. Yeah, that looks a little bit dumb. That was one axe that you blocked and it put you in block stun for like, yep, a very long time. Yeah, that seems very good. Okay, I'm an Arthur player now. Congratulations, you've convinced me.
Alright. And that's what you use golden armor, and once you get that hit, you want to try to combo until the golden armor is done. Want to tag in your character, and then you want to try to send the combo a little more, then combo into hyper. Once you do that, you can put an armor back on Arthur if you have enough bar. If you don't, keep him out, because you do not want to risk that debuff.
Right, the fall over. You want it to happen in a way that you control and not in a way that they control.
Yeah.
Cool. So in terms of full screen options, he's got all of his projectiles. He's got this one, he's got this one, he's got this one, he's got this one, he's got this one. And then all of those can be done in the air. All of those are jump cancelable in the air, which means that they basically don't have any recovery. Does he have any interesting normals that you would want to use at full screen, or any interesting patterns that... Oh, yeah, forward light kick.
Light kick is very good. So if you're facing an Arthur and you're holding down, if Arthur just jumps up as soon as possible, jumping heavy kick won't register as an overhead, like if you do it instantly.
Yeah, so that is not an overhead.
Yeah.
I say, well, hitting you with it every time. There we go. I'm just bad. That's the actual takeaway here. So they have to short hop or something, or delay the button slightly to make it an overhead.
Yep.
Okay. Full screen though. Other than the 5 projectiles that I'm aware of, do you have any fancy full screen options?
Other full screen options?
Yeah.
Yeah. So both his arrows and his daggers, if the person is comboing,
getting hit. If the person is getting hit like this.
Yeah. So.
Well, that got. I hope that's not me. Okay, but the bottom line is that you can convert off of all the projectiles for full screen.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yep. And it's even better when they're jumping, trying to approach you. You want to be careful when you're mid-range, because if they reflect it...
then you're like on the hook for... I'm the worst at reflecting.
Oh. Okay.
He's too short. He's too short. Oh yeah. And then the other person, it's not your garbage anymore. It's their garbage, and they've just thrown a bunch of garbage at you, and you're like, I'm Arthur. What am I doing?
That's why you want to be careful when they're half screen away. You want to keep on coming back. You want to try to establish it when they trying to come in. You want to probably using daggers and lances, and you want to probably use your axe and boomerang instead.
Okay. So basically, don't be here. Either be closer so that you can just do things that they can't reflect, or be farther so that if they reflect, you don't care.
Yeah.
Cool. So I mean, I guess that sort of covers your mid-screen options. Your mid-screen options are don't be mid-screen. If you do have to be mid-screen, I imagine that button is okay. Probably not the best, but it probably does something. Does he have any like air normals other than jump heavy punch that are really good for doing stuff in the air?
Forward head kick and forward light kick.
Oh, that looks mad annoying.
Yeah, it is very annoying and useful for certain matchups. And then the light kick version is up.
Yeah, that seems like an interesting, because it's really difficult to anti-air people on the ground in this game. I imagine that Arthur has a lot of characters that do annoying things that you can just jump forward light kick. Although you can't jump up forward light kick, it has to be forward. That's mad annoying. Cool, so anything else interesting from mid-screen?
Mid-screen, no.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, let's talk about up close options, and let's get some of viewer Rainbow's questions answered. What does this counter do?
So counter, if I hit you, it won't reflect projectiles in your normal form.
Okay. But it
Some characters, I would consider this counter actually probably to be the worst in the game.
Okay.
In form. Because most characters can jump over it and hit you with an overhead with delayed.
Yep. So basically, you're saying it doesn't have a lot of active frames, which means that if you're not very accurate with your guess, that it's just kind of bad.
Yeah.
Okay. And go ahead.
If you go full screen away from me.
Okay.
And throw a dagger.
Oh, that's cool. So it reflects projectiles.
Yep.
Does it reflect none for
Not that one.
Okay. So it's just the same as a reflect.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I imagine the properties change as he levels up. Do you want to talk about that real fast?
Yeah. First, let's see. I think it's a 10 damage increase, or maybe 12% with his base damage.
Okay.
And all his specials do change, and even his dagger throw, which is a special we haven't used.
Oh yeah, that's it's a normal though. It's just forward heavy punch, right?
Yeah, it's just forward heavy punch. And I would say this is a con, actually.
That it exists?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because you get it accidentally and you're like, what am I doing?
If you're trying to grab an opponent, you want to try to do a back throw instead.
Right, because otherwise you get the really slow move that puts a. I mean, is that reflectable?
Is it blockable? Yeah.
Reflectable. Is it reflectable?
No, it's not reflectable.
Okay, that's. I mean, at least it has that going for it.
It acts like.
There's
some cool things you can do it. Time users love it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You can just time surge right through the person, and the dagger will make them safe. And then also some space users. I haven't seen Gonzo do this, but one that my friend showed me. If you dash right over and do this.
Oh, right. So you're gonna like, yeah. At some spacing, it becomes something where you pull me under you, and it becomes just a really nasty left-right.
Oh, that too, but the dagger will land into the floor if I do it right.
What?
The dagger will always follow me no matter what.
I see.
Except try to show it. Okay, never mind. That's the boomerang.
Okay, whatever.
But if you do try to do something...
Oh, because because it follows Arthur, so you just go super far away from it, and then you get That's cool. Okay.
And you just hit by any tag crash.
Yeah. We were talking about up close options though. So you think his counter is bad? Is there a difference between the light kick and the heavy kick versions of his counter?
You have more opportunities. The amount of frames the character is stuck in that animation goes up.
Okay.
With the heavy and the light. and the light comes out much faster, and that's when you want to just use a tag crash or try to use Lance.
Okay.
But try to do like his jumping loops.
Okay.
It's hard to do on Arthur because he's so small. But...
I mean, I can tag. I have the ability to tag. You can ask me to do things.
Yeah. But you also can set up a restand after it,
Okay.
like after tag. Then,
in terms of the properties of the counter, though, what does it counter? It just counters physical hits that hit Arthur, and both are the same.
only physical hits with his normal mode.
Okay, and then in armor mode, it reflects projectiles, but it does not counter them.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he also has a DP. We mentioned his DP earlier. It's just sort of a big button. It's 7-frame startup, which is kind of fast, but not super fast. It doesn't have any invincibility, and it's a special. So, I mean, can he convert off of it?
Yeah, you can convert off of it if you use meter.
Okay, but he can't convert meterlessly.
I missed that because I didn't do it too quick. Also, when you go into golden armor, it changes properties too. It becomes a hard knockdown.
Oh, so you can convert.
Yeah, if you're in, like if you mash that fast enough.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. So if you're already in golden armor, you can convert, or you can convert by canceling the recovery frames into some sort of a super and then doing stuff off that.
Yep.
Cool.
And then you like this. Which...
Of course. You're gonna have to show that one more time. I think I missed it. That was cool though.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to show you. You can combo into the goddess bracelet.
Okay.
And then if you have power, you can set up for some OP.
Can you do that one more time?
Yeah.
That looks way easier than converting into install. But yeah. You.
But you also can do
connection. Cool. Okay, so up close options. Are any of his buttons notably good, or are they just sort of like normal buttons that people don't need to worry too much about?
Normally, you don't have to worry too much about his buttons. I would say his best buttons are forward heavy kick and forward light kick.
Okay.
Then with his jumping heavy punch. Or
right. So, but if somebody's up close, like you just have that essentially looks like a really bad launcher. Like a really bad launcher.
It's negative on block too.
Well, yeah. It's a special though. Like whatever you just.
But the thing with that, you remember you don't want to be really close.
Right. So you punish me. Exactly. I'm an Arthur player. I'm the best. There's nothing you can do to dissuade me of that opinion. But the bottom line here, though, is that like he just has sort of a normal kit of stubby small character buttons, and when you're up close, that's not ideal, but not the end of the world.
I would say never use his light punch.
Okay, never use his light punch.
Short hops. It becomes a major for short hops, but after you like try to confirm it,
right,
some of the moves will just miss.
Well, he definitely doesn't do that, so you have to do like extra buttons, which I'm allergic to. Arthur combos, cool. Anything else you want to talk about the neutral plan, or is it? I mean, I think we've exhaustively covered that you just put garbage in the screen.
Covered enough of that, to be honest.
Okay, so let's talk about pressure mix. I say, as I miss the document. So the thing that I'm doing that I actually need to stop doing for next time is, because I'm streaming this from a full screen application, when I tab out to move the little thing on the side, it makes it so that I believe the stream freezes, which is unfortunate. But let's talk about pressure sequences. So if you're just zoning a guy full screen, what's your go-to sequence?
Or just pressuring, usually
just do that?
when you
So you just do this?
That's like the go-to. Depending on matchups, it will change. Like with Gamora, when they're doing downwards guns, you want to use this.
Okay.
Confirm off of it. But you're mostly acting. You're not initiating. And when you are, you can always just cancel it and be safe.
Right. Cool. So basically, you're just doing short hop dagger toss, which is quarter circle forward light punch, and you're not doing anything anything super fancy. Yeah. And then you could just convert off that by just doing it.
Yeah.
Are there any other fancy projectile patterns that are super useful, or is it just you just sort of fly by ear?
And this is something I should have mentioned earlier,
Uh-huh.
but these non-reflectables, you only can have 2 of them out at a time. So that fireball toss wasn't coming out after I did my second projectile.
I see. Buff Arthur.
Yeah, and this also goes why I don't like Reality Stone. Reality Stone acts as one of those.
Ah. So you can have up to 2 projectiles that aren't dagger on the screen, basically.
Yeah.
And that includes Reality Stone. Wow, that sounds really bad. Okay. If a guy's blocking on the ground, does he have fun pressure sequences, or do you just do that into something and then bail? I don't even know what you do to bail. Yeah. Okay. You just tag.
Yeah. Tag.
Cool.
Cancel is the counter if you want to feel cheeky.
Right.
But they're waiting for a tag after the counter. It's usually not worth it. Short sets, I would do it, but long sets, they'll know it's coming.
Cool. And then in terms of sequences off of tag, if you're setting up garbage with your partner, and you tag an Arthur, what do you do?
When I tag with Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's say you're blocking.
Mm-hmm. So just high-low mix with delay on this, basically?
Yeah, so if you just super jump and press heavy kick, he'll come down and you'll cross up. And if you short hop it, he'll go forward.
Interesting. So depending on what you're doing, it can be cross up versus non-cross up.
Yep.
Cool.
When on the ending lag, whoops. One of the moves I hate. Cappy loves using the heavy kick. I hate it because it messes me up.
Yeah.
But you can pull the heavy kick into the boomerang at that point, and then when you have your partner's character filling the screen with shit, you can have them cross themselves up very easily without either of you guys knowing.
Cool. Yeah, and then it's just up to you as the Arthur player to recognize what's going on.
Yep. It happens so fast, though, sometimes you just won't be able to react to it.
Cool. Are there ever, I mean, I guess, when you've got partners that they can do like higher metal lockdown things, are there ever opportunities for you to like just do stuff like that just to lock them down further? Or
lock them down further with the fireball toss.
Or the axe, if I can find the axe. There we go. There we go. Oh no, this is the underwear axe. I should never do the underwear axe. Underwear axe is bad.
Well, actually, underwear axe and both, the specials do not change for underwear.
So underwear and normal are the same?
Yeah, the only thing underwear Arthur is decreased health.
Huh.
And, well, not even decrease, 10% more damage for every hit.
Huh. Interesting. I really enjoy his wave dash backwards. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Okay, and then in terms of solo mix options, your basic solo mix is you just fill the screen with garbage, and then you either do that or you do a low, if I can find a low, right?
Yeah, his low, it's kind of stubby.
Well, I mean, you could theoretically do... Oh god, that looks terrible. I was going to say you could theoretically do this button, but this button does not look good. Never mind, ignore me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only really good if you're doing lance thrust, yeah. It doesn't look as bad when you do that, and there's a gap where if a person tries to jump, they'll get caught. If they're big enough, if they're a small body like Arthur, it won't work.
Sure.
For them.
Cool. And then finally, I guess we sort of covered basic partner mix, but your theory is that this being a sort of fast overhead and the fact that can sometimes cross up means that you basically just want to base your mix game around that and sometimes do that just to throw them off, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And also, if they have a ton of red health, it's always good to get a throw in, and he can combo off his throws.
Back throws too?
Yeah, back to.
Okay. What?
To get the dash out when I want it.
Okay. Okay, but you're saying, and I mean, I'm not gonna get this either. You just do this, and then.
Well, if you have a partner, you just tag.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that looks way easier. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything that you want to cover before we move into combo stuff?
Let's see. Solo mix with partners. We kind of already covered the mix with partner with the boomerang. You can steal a corner with it without using.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, we could talk about that. So, you can steal corner with the boomerang. Axe provides infinite lockdown in this mode. I remember how to do Axe. Don't worry. Nope, I don't remember how to do Axe. Never mind. There we go. But as you demonstrate, I'm amazing. I'm the best. Okay, but the point is that after they block it, it lingers for a really long time, especially when you do it in the air.
Yep.
And then Bottle also provides a long bout of...
If short hopping it, it's just a great harassment tool that they can't just do anything, and they're just going to take a lot of chip.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons I like using power with Arthur. Using the chip combined with the ball toss.
I see. Yeah, that looks mad annoying. And then all of these things can set up a lot of opportunity for your partner to get in and do stuff. Which is why, as you mentioned earlier, it's really good for Arthur players to have a partner who does just a little bit more mix than average. You know, you don't necessarily literally need Chun-Li, but somebody like Ultron, Dorm, any of the top characters, you basically don't want to play Arthur Winter Soldier, is Mr. Azura's thesis.
Yeah, you don't want Winter Soldier to be doing the mix, but if you have Winter Soldier, you can do mixes with Arthur with those gaps.
Right, because he does have the pretty okay high-low. Cool.
And if you throw a boomerang out during the Winter Soldier's mix, you can have the boomerang hit him back during one of the gaps, and then you can steal the corner with Arthur and do a cross-up.
Right, that sounds incredibly annoying. That sounds incredibly annoying. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that pretty much covers mix.
Nice. Okay, so one of the things that I've been finding really valuable from my understanding of characters is just figuring out how they can cause every type of knockdown. So I know that Arthur has an OTG off that, and I think that Bottle does something, if I can... No, Bottle doesn't do anything, never mind, Bottle's bad.
Do golden armor Bottle, it will put them in hard knock.
Okay, what's a hard knockdown? It puts them in OTG. Okay, cool. So it causes an OTG okay state. Can he cause a sliding knockdown at all? Does he have a wall bounce?
No, he doesn't have a wall bounce. He does not. The only one he does have is when you tag crash into the corner, and that's his wall bounce.
Well, yeah, technically it's not. It's anytime they hit the edge of the screen with tag crash.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit different from the corner, but yeah. Cool. And then you mentioned that in Golden Armor, DP also causes an OTG.
Yes. And this isn't really knockdown.
That ground bounces?
Oh yeah, that ground bounce.
That is that's super useless because yeah. Amazing. Cool. So that means that for the purposes of combo structure, you would want to DP in the middle of your combo before you ground bounce. But yeah. So show me what just like a basic solo Arthur combo would look like, if you can.
Basic Arthur combo. If we're doing Golden Armor, his whole combo route changes.
Well,
so
you're in the driver's seat. You can have whatever armor level you want.
Okay. So let's say if you're playing with just normal Arthur, this is B&B. It's actually pretty good for.
Can you turn on damage numbers real fast?
Huh?
Can you turn on damage numbers real fast?
Oh yeah, sure.
You being in the driver's seat unfortunately means that you're in the entire driver's seat.
Yep. Alright, so it's not really good damage, but it will carry to the corner.
I mean, you did 4,600 before you used a ground bounce. That's pretty okay. It's not amazing, but it's pretty okay.
Punch though.
Cool. So basically, what I'm sort of guessing from reading between the lines is that his solo damage caps out somewhere below 5k, unless you spin bar.
Yes. If you have Power Stone, you will easily get over that, though. It would probably be 5,400.
Okay. You want to show me something?
Oh, sure.
Ah, that was very non-Zilla, though.
Yeah, that's not intentional.
Yeah, you accidentally did a restand. I see. I get what you mean, though. So some weirdness happened, and you're like, oh no, and you tagged, and you did something instead. That's connection is definitely getting weird.
Yeah, but if you switch to Ultron, goes a lot smoother since he's kind of...
Yep. Sorry. Yep. I'm the best. Okay, and we also made the screen purple to be more stylish. Huh. Ah, okay. Cool. So the way that I tend to think about combos is when I do a combo, I've got three phases. I've got converting, I've got the ender, and then I've got the filler that I have in between. So with Arthur, if you hit a guy on the ground, what do you want to do to convert? What's the best way to just get them into a state where you can continue the combo?
Yeah, if you're hitting a person on the ground, and if you're in an air, you want to cancel into specials.
Okay.
But if you're on the ground, you're very limited where you only can do this.
So you're just doing sweep, jump, and then you're doing jump, heavy punch into axe, jump, heavy punch into axe, jump, heavy punch into axe.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
For the ender, though, you'll do... And then you, depending on your playstyle, if you want them to recover in the air, you will not be using the heavy kick, and you'll throw a boomerang out instead.
Okay. So basically, you do some sort of air magic series into either boomerang if you want them to recover in the air, or heavy kick if you want to use your ground bounce.
Yes.
Cool. And if a guy's jumping, I imagine that what you do is you just try to stabilize as fast as you can, and then you just go straight into the heavy punch axe loops, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's basically his combo plan.
Okay.
Just heavy punch to axe loop.
Okay.
And try to end with either boomerang, Oki, or you want your partner to do something instead.
Sure. Give me 1 second. My cat is being very loud, and he would like to be rotated. 1 second. Hang on. Okay, so... so if it's been going pretty okay, Mr. Wolf. So if a guy's jumping, and you just catch him with like a full screen dagger, what does that conversion look like?
Full screen dagger.
You just okay, yeah. So just straight daggers, and then you just catch him with a straight A or magic series, and you just convert into whatever.
Yep.
I'm excited for you to watch the VOD as well, Mr. Wolf. Believe it or not. Yeah, no, Azura was available early, and I have the ability to be available early as well, so I figured that this is a smart way to do things. If a guy's a super jump height, does anything change?
Yes, a little bit. So
Okay.
if you... Okay.
Ah, that looks way harder to pick up. But that's why you have the purple rock, right? That looks very hard to pick up, especially on this connection. I'm imagining you're trying to get like a small dash in and it's not working.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Cool.
At the second one, you're supposed to dash right between it.
Okay. But the idea is that it's still the same just concept. You do like daggers, jump cancel daggers, and then you dash on the ground, you jump up, do an air magic series. If you have hit stun, you do heavy punch into axe. If you don't have hit stun, you just go straight into an ender.
Yeah. And if you can't get the dash, you can always do forward heavy kick and then jump cancel the forward heavy kick and do air magic series at the end of it.
But you can jump cancel this?
Not this.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm done. Cool. Amazing. Cool.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. And then, so the one that I think that Mr. Wolf and I are going to find most helpful, because we are brain dead purple rock players, is how do you convert off that?
Convert off of your power stone?
Your OTG state, yeah.
You just, it's like, sorry. Basically,
the same idea.
You're go into your axe loops
Okay.
unless it's golden armor instead. That's completely.
So like that?
And you're going to be able to, off a power surge, probably 4 axe loops, and then you knock them back to the ground.
Cool.
And then you can launch again and lock back to the ground, or you can have your partner extend. Because
what is the specific button that you would recommend to use to pick up after OTG? Because that matters a lot with a lot of characters.
I use crouching heavy punch because it's pretty stable.
Well,
but
you're doing sweep before the crouching heavy punch. That was the button that I care about.
Could you repeat your question? You're breaking up.
Sorry, the first button you use. Oh, you can just do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, yep. Character's amazing. If I can remember what button it is.
Forward.
Yeah. So you can just do that, and then you don't have to worry about dashing or distance or anything. Cool. That's dope.
Yep.
That is amazing. Okay. So we've talked about enders. Basically, you think that the way his combo game works, you're probably going for some sort of air reset where you've got like a boomerang coming back to you and covering stuff, or you're just knocking him down and going for basic rounded oki. Go ahead.
He has very unique. Like, if after I combo you, can you hold back?
Sure. I am holding back.
Whoops.
It might be easier to drop a loop. What? Okay.
Yeah. He's a very broken character, like, in the term of broken bad.
Yeah, no, that's I would get hit by that at least once, and then I would probably see it, and then I would be mashing Power Stone there. And I don't know if that works, but one of us would find out.
Yeah, for first occurrences, but normally you just want to do this.
Okay, I tried to recover like a Mr. Max. So I believe my best guess is that he was doing this, and the dagger was on some sort of weird thing where it pulled me through him because I was recovering in the air.
So what happened when I did the forward up dagger? The dagger didn't hit you at all.
Huh.
I threw a boomerang off screen and it pulls you forward.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, you're just hiding because you're so short that the camera doesn't register. All right, we're gonna test to make sure that it's a real. Oh, it is real. If I can't up forward Power Stone it, it's the realest thing ever. Wait, what if? Never mind. I'm not gonna test your setup. Cool. Any other dope solo enders?
Let's see. I should just do a basic combo. I shouldn't do my BNB.
Sure.
So let's just do that.
Okay. So you just get nice. Mr. Azura tried to dash down, and he in the Capcom's Infinite Wisdom, instead of getting that, he got that.
Yeah.
Capcom's Infinite Wisdom quarter circles are any combination of stick wiggles that are quarter circles, which is all of them.
Yep.
Cool. So basically, the theory that you demonstrated is that, especially when you have a ground bounce, you can back off, put a bunch of garbage in the screen, and then if the garbage doesn't hit, you have the option to convert into a super tag if you feel like panicking.
Yeah. And if they roll forward, there's a reason I did that short hop. And with the heavy punch, when you roll forward after this.
Sure.
Okay, Capcom, get it. I'm having lag on my side, my bad.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, again, if this proves difficult to execute in this connection, we can just link videos. Like, it's not the end of the world. Oh, yeah, that looks because the boomerang is up there with the short hop. So if I roll forward, I have to immediately hold back to just block. Period. And
Yeah.
you can also recognize that I have to block a bunch of garbage, and you can do solo high-low mix with Arthur there too.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So we've gone over your solo fulfiller. You think that Arthur is the most interesting combo character in the game, and you just literally nice. Nope. It's this one. It's this one. It's this one. Yep. You just do. Yep. And that's 100% of your filler. I'm proud of myself for being able to do that. I'm officially an Arthur main now. And he doesn't have anything. Oh, just really quickly, we mentioned that when that does not even close to work in golden armor.
Oh no. So.
Ooh.
Oops.
I mean that was a sick reset on account of me not blocking. Oh, okay. That's cool. That actually just looks cool. The gist is that he does have routes in golden armor. They're very different. You can't do them when you're in golden armor. This move just completely. Yep. When you're golden armor, axe just completely ruins your ability to do combos again. But the reason that it ruins your abilities to do combo again is because if you hit them with it, which I'm never going to be smart enough to do. What? There we go. It has like a year of hit stun, like an actual year. And then it looked like it did some sort of knockdown state too. So yeah.
It's slow falling. It's a soft knockdown where you can get right back up after.
Okay.
But
yeah, like an actual year though, which is why that loop doesn't work. It's just because it's too good. It does wreck your ability to combo after a little bit, but not by too much. Cool.
Yeah.
So based on what you've said so far, in terms of where to place Arthur and tag combos, let me advance the little ticky on the side. It looks like you've got two options that make sense. The first option that makes sense, hang on, let me get chat back on my screen. The first option that makes sense is you either place Arthur really early in tag combos, do as much damage as you can with Arthur, get your axe loops, your conversions, get up to like 4.5k, and then you tag your partner, and you just do a really long extension with your partner. The other thing you could do is you can do any combination of combos with anybody, get a knockdown with Arthur, and then just do a short combo intentionally so that you can get full screen and set up garbage with Arthur. Does that grok with your understanding?
that covers it from a basic standpoint, yeah.
Sure. And then in terms of more complicated stuff, the other thing that Azura would probably want to mention is that his ability to restand with bottle gives you a huge amount of flexibility with Oki. So if you're doing a short combo with a partner, especially a short combo with a partner who has like a special that causes OTG, right? Then you just throw a bottle in a way that causes a restand, get the restand, and then get your rocks off.
Yeah. I'll do one really quick.
Yeah, one that actually works.
Oh.
Oh damn, that still worked. Nice. Cool. That's a neat Ultron combo. Thank you for either stealing it from me or the guy who I stole it from. Cool. And then you showed a couple of tag combos. I'm just gonna, so that I don't make you hate yourself. I'm just gonna link your Twitter, which I'm imagining has way cooler stuff. And if you've got like a video or some specific thing that you want me to link, I can do that too. So that again, we don't have to do that. Yeah, Mr. Wolf, we mentioned that one of the things that Arthur is good at is providing a meter dump for other characters. So he's definitely okay with Carol with that. And then the other thing is that he's got like golden armor axe. If I'm smart enough to be in golden armor and do axe, which is not good, but okay, yeah, not smart enough to do axe. That was in fact. Like, look at how long that lasts. Look at how long that lasts. Holy garbage. And that's just like one move, right? He's got all of the other stuff that he can do too. Yeah, Mr. Azura is going to actually do mix. Yep. That was literally 3 mixes. And that gets a little bit more muddy if I push block, but it's still literally 3 mixes off of me having to block one move.
Yeah, I only really did that to show. Do you see how much time of the timer took off?
Oh, none, because you just tagged off immediately. Literally none.
Yeah, very little. So when you have Arthur with the fire bottle restand, you want to go into Lance, into making them block,
Okay.
Like, I'll try doing this really quick.
Oh, nope. Capcom. Capcom.
Okay. Okay, now no tab.
It's okay. Again, the connection has been a little bit weirder than it should be when I've been streaming. And we have there's definitely some interesting stuff going on. Oh.
Yeah. So what I was trying to do, I've been trying to press the PlayStation button for restart instead of just pressing restart.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I don't have a PlayStation. Right, but what we try to do is you're trying to restand with a bottle, you're trying to armor from full screen, and then do the lance, throw the axe, and then you get like 9 mixes. Yeah. Yeah, while they're restood. Cool. And you can do that in a way that catches up back, so they just have to hold that. You can do left rights because the axe has so much block stun.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Are there any are there any weird interactions that you would want to talk about?
The only real interaction is armor break, and if you're if you plan on playing Arthur, this is a broken situation. But if they do a high hit stun combo and the armor breaks at the end of it, it will actually break the box.
What?
Yeah, and it's very specific, but sometimes when I've been playing Dungeon Realtor, his box will just completely go away and I don't have a box on me.
What? Okay, I'm just gonna pick fucking reality against Arthur players. Like, actually, yeah.
But that's like, besides the restand and his wacky supers, he doesn't really have.
Yeah, we can try to shut the box thing. Give me character select.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I get it, boss.
No, yeah, okay, cool. This works too. Cool, we're in training. I'm just gonna do a boring high hit stun combo.
Okay.
I figure I want to try to fight with this connection as little as I can.
And I just think it is high hit stun, or it Dante some extended
Max, you gotta believe in my ability to do. Oh, I need to box you, don't I? Oh no, because I need to. Okay, that looked completely normal and armor didn't break. Can you reset us? Can we be in that corner? And then I will just box later.
Yeah.
Max, that was boring. Screw you.
What? What was boring? Your combo?
Yeah, that was boring. So you need to armor.
Yep.
Sorry. It sounds like you're also dealing with other things at the same time.
Yep. Just one moment. I'll be right back.
Sure. Whoa, Matrix.
Okay, I have better control.
Okay. So I need to do something for about half of your armor.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna get hit. Yep. Okay, and then I box.
Alright.
This is too long of a combo. I don't even have blocks.
So, I think, so start your combo right when you think it's about to end, because my armor won't break until I'm out of a combo.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then I should like box mid combo too. That would be smart. Oh fuck! All right, whatever. No, I blew the what's it called, because the what's it called?
Yeah, and I'm getting a high hit stun where I'm getting an air recovery.
Yeah. Too early, whatever. So I can start my combo right before it ends.
I really wish, this is a one thing I really wish they had in training mode, where you can control the timers for installs. Okay. Oh.
Okay, that looked normal.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a Dante thing then.
It might be a Dante thing. Yeah. We'll mess with it later. Anything else you can think of?
No. Pretty much nothing really stands out.
What?
For some reason, when you do fireball toss and do forward lance, you have frames on your character that are showing super armor red.
What?
Yeah. It doesn't happen all the time. It's a very weird occurrence. But there's a lot of visual hiccups that happens with Arthur's kit.
Interesting. And then I guess real quick, Cappy Omega has the magical forward or heavy kick or whatever heavy kick tech. What is that?
All right, what was your question?
What is the magical heavy kick that Cappy Omega magicals?
Oh, this his heavy kicks. He will.
So you can do just really low stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Okay, amazing. Yeah, and he's got a video that we'll link.
Yeah. Well, I can go find it really quick if you want.
Oh, no. I mean, so I'm going to highlight this on the Twitches, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and it's going to take like an hour to upload because it's high definition video. And then like sometime tomorrow, I'll probably be looking at the description. So anytime between now and then, or after then, like whatever. It's not a big deal. I'll get it in eventually. But yeah, so basically you're doing that to get really easy, really low specials.
Yep.
Cool. That's super
But
dope.
if you too fast, this is what happens. Well, I
imagine that you can just land, you can, all sorts of weird stuff can happen if you screw up the timing.
Being lag.
Yeah, I apologize.
Oh no, it's fine. But I prefer to just short jump it.
Yeah. Which one of Cap's specials moves him down?
What does Cappy do? What?
No. Which one of Captain America's specials moves him down, Mr. Max? I'm sorry, I'm interacting with chat. I'm being as confusing to you as possible.
Yes, the blue spark.
I mean, I'm just curious. Like, if Cap can do that, that'd be dope. But Arthur's like literally moves him straight down, which makes it a little bit different from most other things. Like, Gamora could, I guess, do like that, but like that's like because it just kind of moves her down. But you can just do that anyway. I mean, the interesting one that I don't see a lot of Gamora players do, because for good reason, because it's super niche, is you can do that, which is but yeah.
I guess I could for when someone space surges you and tries to punish you.
Oh no. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about stupid Gamora stuff until we get a Gamora player on, and then I can talk about as much stupid Gamora stuff as I want, but I'm not doing anything until then. Yeah, I'm resisting the temptation to put my hands back on the stick. So one of the things that I've been thinking about doing is watching a match together and talking about just some of the Arthur stuff as it goes on. Would you happen to have just a match that you would want to watch ready? Yeah, it's just a character cancel, Mr. Wolf. Just his neutral jumping roundhouse moves straight down. So it's just, you just can't cancel it because you're moving straight down. It's amazing.
If I remember right, there was a recent tournament on Jacobania with Cappy versus Dr. Kano.
Yes, there was. Oh no, unfortunately that was like the one Jacomania that I've done commentary for, so it would just be me talking over myself. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not that vain.
Then, the only other Cappy one that comes to mind is when Cappy fought Dungeon Realtor to a 1st to 10.
Right. Yeah, I could just beat the tourney. So do we want to see Cappy against Dungeon, or do we want to see Cappy against your choice of Vest or Kano? Your choice. I'll pull something up.
I'll probably say Dungeon Realtor, even though I think I should do with Kano, but you're talking and that would make it confusing.
You make it confusing for me. Dungeon Realtor MVCI is dead. Cappy Omega. Was it on Battle Realm? No, it was. Okay, I found it. Don, we are pirating your content. Hang on, let me source. I'm sure Don is fine with this, right? Okay. So we can. I mean, either you can watch this a little bit delayed on.
Oh yeah, we beat the tourney like both said.
I mean, we don't need to watch the full set. I just want to like talk about some of the ideas that we've been going over in about one game. I can stream on Discord if you want to be a little bit better synced, or you can watch my stream, whatever you want.
Oh, I'm on your stream right now.
Okay, cool. So you'll just be a little bit delayed. So I'm just going to start it here, in the interest of starting it here, and then let me make sure that my playback speed is reasonable. It is. Cool. So this is Cappy just doing the Arthur get garbage in the screen. That was a really good throw. And then here, this is the importance that you talked about of having a partner who's super good and super comfortably being up close. There was the air reset that you talked about. He's intentionally dropping out his combos. And then...
Big fat button.
Yeah, big buttons from the Hagger. You also mentioned that so the way you talked about time surge was you said that time surge is super good for getting people off of you. I think that Cappy Mega uses it for both, and we sort of saw that there.
Arthur, and then he tries to have Hagar mix up on the bottom, and then he's also using it right there for defensive purposes of not getting locked down and escape choppy cart.
Yep. And remember, if you're enjoying Cappy America getting hit there, you should check out the previous installment of this series where we go over Frank West with Dungeon Realtor. Gotta figure out how to plug myself in. And then combo theory. We were talking about this a little bit. Cappy's just keeping things super simple, right? He's just doing the super basic combo with Arthur into knockdown mix with Hagar. It looks like, which is that same concept. No Arthur on the screen. More no Arthur on the screen. I think Cappy wins the set, right?
He wins the set, but it's like a
yeah.
I think it was like 8 or maybe.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I do recall it being close.
Kind of confused why Cappy. Oh, that's another good about time surge that Dungeon hates. You can just escape anti-air command throws.
Oh yeah. Well, you can do that with most movement options. Dungeon has a lot of setups that you can just dash out of with Ultron. Well, Dungeon has a lot of setups that he stops doing once you realize that you can do that. You know, he's a smart player. It's not like it's free. Max, yeah. Whenever you're comfortable, like I'm talking to Ryoken right now. I mean, I'm tempted, but honestly, like with some of the way some people in this community ask for donations, I really don't want to start buying things from people, if that makes sense. Yeah, Max is an adult. I'm sure that would not happen with Max, but I don't want to start down that slippery slope.
Wait, what are they asking?
Mr. Wolf was making a joke about me buying Max a Ethernet cord, so that we could do this with Thor at some point. He got Honk to commentate? Should have gotten Vest. Well, yeah. That would have been interesting. I don't know if Don and Vest like each other.
Who likes each other? Vest and who else?
Don Con.
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, I imagine they're adults. They don't hate each other, but at the same time, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got right. Well, I'm talking to him. We've begun exchanging messages. We're at that stage. But then after that, like, I want to get you for Thor. I probably want to get busy to do somebody, and then I want to try to talk to Kitsui in better part. I'm just being paranoid about that because I don't talk to them very much.
Oh, you can talk with Kitsui.
I know I can talk with Kitsui. I just haven't done it yet. You know. Oh yeah, Mike has PC. Yeah. Mike is on the list. For some reason, I just haven't asked Mike. That's an easy one.
He has late hours though, even though he's in California too.
Yeah, but I can adjust my schedule. Almost everything that I do is very adjustable. So.
Okay.
Okay, we should be talking about the match though.
Oh, okay.
That's my bad.
Oh, fucking prior.
I mean, the honestly, like having broken down Arthur's game plan like this, just the back up, get garbage on the screen. Once they start blocking garbage, either figure out a way to get your partner in or get yourself in so that you can do a high low. It seems really just self-explanatory, right? So back off, garbage on the screen. He's backed off. He's getting the garbage. Unfortunately, the garbage did not work against the oppressive top tier character. And then he panicked and tagged. See, the problem there was that Arthur was not on the screen.
I am so surprised I didn't have
The lariat, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll do one more after this one. That was really cool.
Go
ahead.
I'm trying to...
Yeah, I could get drip on. You're breaking up. I'm assuming that you said that I could get drip on. Drip and I don't hate each other. That is definitely a thing that I could do. If I think there's a non-zero chance I could get Vortex though, and I think Vortex is. I think Vortex and I communicate better than Drip and I. I don't think that Drip and I have communication problems, but I think that from the limited discussions I've had with Vortex, I think that would be a much more interesting one. Yeah. I have no idea if Vortex has PC, but I'm assuming he does.
Actually, I think he has PlayStation.
You think he may have what?
I think he only has PlayStation.
All right.
Vortex. Drip has PC.
No, yeah. Drip definitely has PC. Drip is definitely a thing that I'm thinking about. I mean, maybe I should just do Drip for Spencer and see if I can get Vortex for Jetta in a theoretical world where that happens. Again, though, I shouldn't distract my own match analysis. I'm assuming that's what you said. You broke up super bad during the first message.
If we're caught up on the same thing, at the ender, what we talked about is how our back up and gain field control.
Yeah.
He just keeps on doing that and working very well.
Well, it does. Dungeon is the way that I have been describing Dungeon to other people, and I'm sorry for saying this Dungeon because inevitably you might watch this VOD, is that Dungeon is a gorilla who has spent way too much time in the lab, which means that his default thing to do on getting up is to figure out the biggest button that he's allowed to press and then press it. Mr. Wolf, we think that his theoretical max damage without any extensions is really low. We think that Arthur probably is looking at a little bit under 5k realistically, but most of the time you're just going to reset before that. At least that was the impression that I got from Mr. Azura. Is that correct?
Yeah, without Power Stone, off of lights, at max, it's going to go to 5,000. With Power Stone, between 4,000, 5,000, 5,000.
Right. So Azura's breaking up, but the number he gave previously was about 5,400, which is not. I mean, that's pretty normal for meterless, but yeah. And then Arthur's. So do people drop out of Fireball Special at high hit stun? You don't care because it's safe on block and you can jump cancel it. Never mind.
You're talking about...
No, that is off heavies. That is off heavies, Mr. Wolf. That is off heavies. We think so. His combo extensions suck. He doesn't have a sliding knockout at all. He doesn't have a wall bounce at all, unless he has Power Stone. So unless you start spending bar for things, basically his combos are a super simple loop that literally you can learn in 20 seconds. Considering I learned it when I was in a thing with Azura, and I still don't remember which special it is. It's Roundhouse. It's quarter circle, whatever, Roundhouse. Yeah, even in armor, nothing gives wall bounce and sliding. What armor does is armor makes all of your specials cause HSD deterioration like crazy because they have infinite hits on. It's interesting.
You just get a slight damage boost and you have your specials changed.
Yep. Again, just backing off, putting garbage on the screen, getting hits with the garbage.
Now, Cap might do this if Dungeon forces him to. He may go into armor mode when he's in a box.
Yeah, and then you just, that sounds mad annoying. It sounds incredibly annoying. I mean, he's just boxing Hacker anyway. So I guess we'll probably be done after this match.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I would want to say is that one of the things that Cappy Omega and you do a lot, and Gonzo, is they'll get a hit with Arthur, they'll try to convert, they'll be like, this isn't working, and then they'll just resume the game plan.
Yep.
Which is a thing that, I mean, obviously you don't want to do, but it seems like a really powerful move because the other person air techs, but you're just putting garbage in the screen while they air tech. Summer, I've only made like one song, I'm sorry. So Azura said previously that basically armor is really, really good when you're solo, because when you're not solo, armor is less necessary, but as soon as you become solo, it makes your projectiles a lot better, for lack of a better word. Oh, that was a really good DP.
It's like a last-ditch effort with armor when he's solo.
Yeah.
But when he's controlling neutral, it's really great too.
Yeah. Gosh, he could have... The things you see when you're watching a game that are completely impractical, he could have DP'd the assist Dante and then just canceled into armor and then just probably juggled him indefinitely with axes. That would have been sick to see. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna, again, when you catch the everything later, I'm going to put links for all of Azura's social media, and he's got just basically an infinite amount of Arthur combos on his Twitter. I'm also going to put a link to the MVCI tags Discord where you can see all that if you'd like to see some stuff. You can look up Azura, you can look up Gonzo, you can look up Cappy Omega, and I think there's a Japanese player who plays Arthur, but I forget what his name is. I apologize.
I can't pronounce his name either, but he plays Iron Man Arthur Timestone.
That team sounds sick. Yeah, so I'll put all those links in the description so you can check them out if you'd like to see more. And then again, Arthur is, I mean, I guess the theme with a lot of the low tier characters in the game is that they just perpetually test your opponent's patience, right? You back up, you put garbage in the screen, and then if they don't deal with it, which is difficult to do, you have the option to go in, or you have the option to continue doing it. And Arthur is uniquely suited at doing that in ways that other characters aren't, because he's got the jump cancelable projectiles, he's got the wreckable projectiles, and he's got the non-reflectable, super long-lasting things that you can do in the air off that.
Yep.
Cool.
And oh wow, your hair is glitching on my screen.
Nice.
Yeah, it's flipping up the other way. So me and Cappy usually say Arthur's like low to mid tier.
Right.
Then we have Gonzo that thinks that he could be considered mid to high tier, depending on if he's in gold or not.
Interesting.
Yeah. Would you like to have some games? And
Yeah.
or do you have more stuff to do?
I mean, it's 50-50. We are at the end of your availability window. Oh no, you said until 1. B, I just let me cut the stream. I'm gonna cut the stream and then we can